It's early. It's 5:42. I got up at 5:30. I'm going to throw this on the supercharger and see if we can get maximum range. Trying to get down the road, go back upstairs and pack up all my stuff, but I'm here. It's 5:43 in Salina, and get it charged up and be back down as soon as it's ready. It is Monday morning, 6 something. Charged the car, peaked it up so I can get on down the road. This is a well-lit parking lot of the Holiday Inn Express in Salina. It's a nice place inside. Give it a good mark. Anyway, I'm all charged, grab breakfast, and I'm going to get the heck out of here. I think I've charged enough. It's 6:19. I threw it back on the supercharger. Range now at 285, and it's going to go for a little bit, but I'm not waiting. There's plenty of superchargers down the road. On the way to Nashville today. Wow, this is what it looks like with a clean window. I am on the road, headed east. Just got on at 6:27. Sun's coming up, windows clean. On the road, eastbound from Salina, on Autopilot, as usual. Today's run, 725 miles. It's reported at just a little over 12 hours. I assume that's with the charging stops indicated, so. Yeah, I made it through Topeka. I gotta stop and grab a ticket on a toll road here between Topeka and Kansas City. It's an automated thing. There's my ticket. If I can get it and not drop it, and we're good. Off we go. I guess on a toll road, 4 lines are better than 2 lines. Maybe they pay 2 separate people. I can't figure it out. How stupid is that? You have to pay for it and then they can't even mark it correctly. On the toll road between Topeka and Kansas City, not much traffic. Our next supercharger stop will be here in Independence, just past Kansas City. It's right at a Cabela's. My buddy's going to meet us there, Lee. He lives down southern part of Kansas City. Getting there, 42 miles. Toll paid on the way to Independence. This is the type of crap that this guy needs to be arrested. Sand coming out of this dump truck up here. It's like a sandblaster machine back here. Some idiot people. Oh, that's dipshit.
In 1 mile, keep left to stay on Interstate 670 east toward Interstate 29 north. Interstate 35 north.
Off the highway now. When you go eastbound, you have to get off to go to the supercharger and drive through the Bass Pro Shop. Looks like park or something. It's a lot of twisty turny stuff here. Eventually get us up to the Bass Pro Shop where the supercharger is located. All right, arrived with 23 miles of range. We're hooked up. Got 30 minutes to go to get to the next stop, which is Columbia. Okay, my buddy Lee picked me up. We went over to Panera, had a little something. I'm charged, ready to go. On to Columbia, Missouri now. Eastbound 70, just left Independence, Missouri supercharger. On to Columbia, Missouri. Eastbound Interstate 70, 57 miles from Columbia. The actual river's right here. Here is the Missouri River. Bridge. I'm here in Columbia, Missouri, supercharger. Just here in Columbia, Missouri. Looks like 138 kilowatts, great. And it looks to me like I've got a full boat here to get to Mount Vernon, Illinois. So if you're new to Tesla, or any electric car for that matter, the navigation in the car itself plans your trip once you set the destination. In this case, I set it for Mount Vernon, Illinois supercharger. It's a couple hundred miles from here, and what happens is the car charges itself. It says that it needs 10 more minutes, and if you look at the arrival percentage there in Mount Vernon, currently it's minus 2%. That has to be a positive percentage. There, now it's now minus 1. And we will continue to charge. I like to have a buffer of at least 10%, maybe 15%, depending upon if I'm going into a wind. Today the wind's coming out of the southwest, so I think we're going to kind of have a tailwind. At least it's not a headwind. So let's see how this charges. And it says 10 minutes. I'm guessing it'll probably go to maybe 8 or 9%. I'm going to let it charge a little bit extra. All right, the car thinks we have enough. It's going to give me 5% upon arrival. Better Route Planner, which is an extra application which I have here on the phone, is telling me I will arrive with 14%. So what I'm going to do is I am going to continue to charge. Now, I don't think I'll go to 100% because it'll take 15 more minutes, but I think I'll give it another 5 minutes, and that'll ensure. Now, what I usually do in these situations is I look at the mileage that we actually will get there. 194 miles to Mount Vernon, right? And I look up here and it's 274 miles. So back of the napkin math, it's roughly 80-ish miles over. But my experience shows me if I'm doing 75 the whole way, there's a little bit of heat loss, and therefore I don't get that full 275. And now it's, of course, it says 5%. Better Route Planner says 14. So I'm going to let this get up to about 280, maybe a little bit more, 282, and then I'm going to go for it. And we'll see what we arrive with in Mount Vernon. Just left the supercharger, eastbound Interstate 70, Mount Vernon, next stop. Here on Autopilot, Interstate 70. Looks like I have 173 miles to Mount Vernon. About mid-state Missouri right now on autopilot. So here's how I drive on autopilot. Keep my hand here on the wheel. You see it over there, just showed it. Just a little drag of my hand on it makes the car happy. That gives me control. Should something happen, I have my hand immediately on the wheel and I can make whatever necessary adjustments. And this is how I drive. So my eye pattern generally looks like this. I look here in the mirror, I look over there, I look here, I look here, I check out the instruments, I look over there, I see and I look for animals and idiots and those kinds of things. Meanwhile, keep my hand right on the wheel. Keeps the car happy knowing that my hand is on the wheel. And that's how I drive on autopilot for this entire trip. Nice road. "15 miles now from St. Louis." You can see the traffic starting to build here. I'm almost to St. Louis. We have not yet entered the anarchy zone on the highway, but it's coming up where people get crazy. Getting close now. Got about 4 miles before we cross over the river, as you can see here. Interstate 70 going through St. Louis as we speak. 249B, right lane.
Now take exit 249B on the right.
And then go
Now
left.
take the interstate.
Put on autopilot. Mississippi River here. Kind of cool. Downtown St. Louis in the back. We are now in Illinois. How about that? Of course, it's 55, but you would never know it. I am finally out of the chaos of St. Louis. Out on Interstate 64. Next stop, Mount Vernon in, I'm not sure how many miles, but soon. Well, let's see. 55 miles to Mount Vernon. Looks like a winter crop going. Some old corn probably dried out. They'll probably harvest that here. All right, we're going to see what percentage we arrived at. 10%. So it was split. It was 5%. The Navigomputer figured out what we were going to arrive at. And now a better route planner thought it was 16%. So it's kind of right in the middle. Let's get charged up down the road. There is the Model Y with the Martian wheels. Looks pretty sharp. We are charged here in Mount Vernon, and I'm going to get out of here. Next stop, Cuttawa. No. Next stop, Cuttawa. On 57, heading south now. Next stop, Cuttawa. Okay, sound check. Real nice smooth road. What do you hear? Yeah, you hear wind noise. You don't hear the tires. And you don't hear the motor. We're doing 75. You can hear the rough road here. And back to smooth. Not bad. We're on Interstate 24 here. Getting closer to Cuttawa. It's getting dark now. Twilight. Well, I'm off here at Cuttawa. Easy now.
Now your destination is on the right.
And my destination is right here behind the Hampton Inn. It's a 8-stall supercharger. I'll show you where it is. Yeah, it looks like they got something going here. This place is, usually when I come through here, it's early. Looks like it's an eatery of some kind. And we have a black Model 3. Looking good. Hey there. And let's see if I can get in 4A or 4B or whatever this is. 20 minutes and get out of here. I'm going to go do a few things and I'll be back. Leaving Cuttawa. Heading to Nashville. Supposed to be
now
there
turn
with...
left to take the Interstate 24 East. Now turn left to stay on Days Inn Drive.
Supposed to be there with 15%. See how that works. So this is what the dash looks like in the Tesla at nighttime. Over here, you've got some lights, hard to see here. You got some lights real dim that light up the window controls. Steering wheel, there's a few little lights. And then of course the main screen, which is not very bright compared to lights outside, but it's good enough to actually see it. On autopilot on my last leg, an hour and a half and I'll be destinated. This is what a construction looks like at night. Auto's driving. Of course I got my hand on the wheel. This is what the construction site looks like at night. Headlights are real bright, but I took it from Auto. It's this stupid fence thing here made from concrete. Auto won't see if one's out of place and may whack it. So I'm driving. Well, this construction site continues to go on. If you look over here, you can kind of get an idea how far the car is from this cement barrier. Not far. Anyway, just kind of hang to the right a little bit, just in case any of those have been bashed in my lane, which I won't be able to see from all the oncoming car headlights. So at nighttime, I like to have a front door. A front door is a vehicle that you follow at a safe distance to hit anything that may be in the road so you don't have to hit it. It's actually a very safe thing to do, and in this case it's a big giant dump truck. Sticking up with him in case he runs into something I don't. At least that's the theory. So I think I'll end this for today. This is day 2. I've got about 28 miles or so to go here. Once I get into Nashville, it's kind of messy. It's hard to record all that stuff. But out here in the highway, it's easy. I'm on autopilot. Still following the dump truck. He's my front door. So far, so good. I'm on Highway 24, which I'm going to rename as the Tennessee 500. Because I'm doing the speed limit plus 5 and everybody's doing plus 25, so it's pretty wild. Thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you liked some of the scenery. It wasn't all that exciting, but there were a few interesting things mixed in. Look for me tomorrow. I will be on the way home. It's about a 5-hour leg from Nashville, and I'll be home after 2.5 weeks. So thank you for watching. And of course, if you're looking to buy yourself a Tesla after seeing just how capable it is here with all my road trips and everything that it'll do, use the referral link here shown at the bottom of the screen to get you 1,000 miles of free supercharging. That'll take you a long way out on the road. Thanks a lot. Take care, and I'll look for you again.